Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode with I Track. Shout out to everybody tapping in, man. Per usual, I have a handful of creepy TikToks for us to go ahead and evaluate for ourselves whether these are fact or fake. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Here's what occult symbols really mean. First, we have the all-seeing eye, and this is found everywhere, even on our money. It's a symbol of enlightenment and knowledge, but if you look deeper, you'll find that it represents the awakening consciousness of the universe itself. The pentagram is a 5-pointed star, often associated with magic. 4 of the points represent the material elements of earth, air, fire, and water. The top represents spirit, symbolizing the power of spirit over matter. The Ouroboros is a serpent eating its own tail that symbolizes eternity and the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and the idea that the end of one universe is the beginning of a new one. The inverted cross is usually thought to be an evil symbol, but it actually represents St. Peter's crucifixion and is really a symbol of faith. The hexagram is composed of 2 triangles pointing in opposite directions. It's a powerful symbol in occultism, representing the union of opposites and balance in the universe. Finally, the unicursal hexagram has a similar meaning, except that instead of using 2 triangles, it's drawn with a single line, transforming it from a symbol of duality to unity.
I think one of the main things a lot of people are going to struggle with is that upside down cross. I mean, the narrative around it right now makes it seem really demonic.
Did you know that there's 3 things that will be revealed after our deaths that exist now?
What do you mean?
What?
There is a letter from Queen Elizabeth written to the mayor of Sydney, and she says, please don't open this letter until 2085. And it's like hidden in it's being held in a like secret vault in Sydney, Australia.
Interesting.
Wow.
For the sign Elizabeth. Is it going to be revealed like something big? But then there's a movie called 100 Years, the movie you'll never see.
Oh.
But it's starring John Malkovich, and it's to be released in theaters or to the public in 2115.
Wow.
They filmed it in 2015, and no one will see it
Yeah.
until 100 years goes by.
Lame.
What if they know exactly what happens to us and they just made it?
What
into
if
a
John
movie?
Malkovich is a time traveler?
Weird.
And then the last thing, which was super weird, Jackie Kennedy's bloody pink suit, the suit that she was wearing
Yeah.
when JFK was shot, it's been held in a vault, secret. Like no one's allowed to see it. And they said they will release it to the public October 26, 2103.
Weird. Why? Why?
Alien blood.
Don't know.
Now, why in the world would you make a movie that can only be seen 100 years after it was made? I mean, where are the profits at?
So Usher's got some really good songs and hits, but there's something really creepy about this particular video recorded in this year's Met Gala. Check this out.
Usher. Hey. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you, baby.
Please tell me about your look.
Alexander McQueen. It's a one-of-one. Sean McGuire and myself decided to put this amazing thing together.
So he's being super nice to this person, he's answering all her questions. Up until now, everything is as it should. But then, this happens, pay very close attention.
Exotic, romantic, and but still within the garden theme.
And tell me about the
It's all a part of it. Just everything. You're looking at this is a true thought, like a cohesive, full thought, you know?
So he begins explaining how everything that you're looking at is a cohesive full thought when she asks him about his grills. It's quite weird. When he's talking about it, I feel as if he's talking about something else and not the grills itself. And then this happens.
And how did you interpret the theme tonight?
Just as that. I wanted it to be exotic. There's all different types of gardens. Some of them get a little dark, but you gotta have fun, right?
What is going on here? What exactly is he talking about? And if we zoom in this particular moment, you'll notice that we can't see his pupils. It's as if his eyes went full dark, as if he's not even human, or at least this is what a lot of people on the internet are saying. Is he maybe using some sort of lens, or is there something else entirely going on here, something far more sinister? What's your take?
You definitely have to give it to TikTok, because the reason why they're so interesting is because they reach so much. I mean, the man clearly had, the blacked out contacts to go with the suit to make it all, cohesive. It might be fun to speculate, but the reality is it was just a part of his whole get up. I was definitely paying attention to that screen right behind him, but if anybody knows what that event was, let me know, because I don't remember seeing anything like that.
Why can't you change the oil in a car with normal cooking oil instead of buying expensive engine oil?
What do you mean?
So 1 liter of engine oil is $15 and 1 liter of cooking oil is only $1.
Yeah, your point?
So why would you be so stupid to buy engine oil for $15 instead of just spending $1 on just oil? Surely the car wouldn't realize if it's cooking oil or engine oil. It's not a human, it can't feel or smell it, can it?
Wow, so what you're trying to tell me is that engine oil is just a scam for the whole car industry.
Exactly, and I just exposed it to everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not a mechanic, but I'm pretty sure that that's not how it works. But if anybody's ever done that successfully, let me know.
Less means be less you. Appreciate is appreciate. Awake means awake, which is an event where the family gather together before a funeral. Mourning is an expression of sorrow for someone's death. Job is Hebrew for prosecution. You are taught to specifically say the vowels in this order, where the last 3 words say I-O-U, because they are programming you to remain a slave. Every word you say is shaping your mind, and your mind is a mirror of your external world. This is why abracadabra means I create when I speak. The words I am can be used to direct vibrational frequencies into your morphogenetic field and have the ability to change your genes. When you use the word the, you're referring to God to bring it into existence, because the comes from theo, which is Greek for God. The weekend is when you're weakened from the weekdays, when you're in a daze, when you are in physical shock or unable to think or react properly. Your parents are a pair who rents. They want you to think slaughter is laughter. The comment that gets 0 likes will win a book of wisdom and a necklace.
Yeah, he had me at IOU. I mean, who would have thought?
I was today years old when I found out.
And I was like, sure, what's involved in me joining? He said there's 13 steps to becoming a Satanist. And you've done almost all of them already. All I had left to do, I had to slice my left thumb and bleed onto a document. Now, left thumb, because it's closest to the heart. The document is 5 pages long. You have to bleed onto 3 pages and sign it in your blood. The blood of Jesus washes away all sin, but not mine. And I sign my name to that. Jesus died for everyone, but not me. And I sign my name to that. And on the final page of a 5-page document, I agree to sell my soul to the devil. You know, in my talks, I usually have somebody sitting next to me, and I'll ask them what kind of car they drive. And then I ask the audience, who out there can legally sell me this person's car? Nobody puts their hands up. I'm like, why not? And because it doesn't belong to us. It's right. That's why you can't sell your soul. It doesn't belong to you. I mean, you may have heard God died for you. Jesus paid the ultimate price for your soul.
Message.
You don't own it. You can't loan it. You can't lease it. And you certainly can't sell it. You know, but you may have heard that the devil's a liar. I'm here to confirm. If the devil tells you good morning, get a second opinion. They'll have a big coven meeting where they're welcoming you in. And you come in a white robe, and they baptize you, full submersion, in a big, it looked like an upside down demon skull. And you get baptized in that, and it's human blood, pig's blood, and human urine. So they pull you up out of that, and you go into another room and you take a shower. And when you're in there, you get changed into a black robe with a red inverted pentagram. And you come out with the cowl raised up, and it signifies you've been baptized into a world of darkness. And they read the document off that you signed the night before. They show your signature, and you also pull off the Band-Aid and show your thumb, so people see that it's your thumb that was sliced. So it is your blood. And then after everything, they give you a wheel. It's about this big around, and it has a crucifix in the middle. and you can spin it. You spin it upside down, signifying human sacrifice. You grab the arms of Jesus and break them downward, denouncing Christ. And then you have an orgy to celebrate that you're now a Satanist. Though the reality is you're celebrating that one day you're going to die and go to hell. And they tell you that this document is going to be forever entwined with this wheel in a vault. And your soul is attached to this. And when you die, of course, Satan will come and claim your soul.
I mean, that whole process just seems pretty backwards. I don't know why anybody would want to celebrate that, but, good insight nonetheless.
Divided in 4 basic stages. The first one being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. This is the minimum number of years which requires to educate one generation of students. The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already. It's done by Americans to Americans, thanks to lack of moral standards. The next stage is destabilization. It takes only from 2 to 5 years to destabilize a nation. What matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. The next stage, of course, is crisis. It may take only up to 6 weeks to bring a country to the verge of crisis. And after crisis, with a violent change of power, structure, and economy, you have normalization. It may last indefinitely. This is what will happen in the United States if you allow all these schmucks to bring the country to crisis, to promise people all kind of goodies and the paradise on earth.
I promise you.
To destabilize the nation.
And America definitely has been going from one crisis to the next.
So what can you show us that as a demonstration of what you can now do?
Here we go. This is the Link app. This is how I control everything. This is the app that they've uploaded onto my computer that lets me control the cursor. This is my devotional that I've been reading all the time, every day. And then this is me playing chess.
So wait a minute. You're moving the cursor. You're moving the cursor, Nolan, just by thinking about where you want it to go, or is it your eyes?
No, it's just me thinking about wherever I want it to go.
Oh, man. So yeah, you're not even tracing it with your eyes. You're just looking at it.
Nope. I can move it, and I can move the cursor around, whatever I would like to do. I don't have to be staring at it at all. I mean, it's amazing. There's not even words to describe. Yeah, there's not even words to describe how amazing this tech is.
Elon Musk wasn't playing around when he said he was going to put a chip in everybody's brain. Definitely stay tuned because there's going to be a lot of updates on that.
You're going to look at the Smurfs a lot differently after this.
And that's big facts. The next video I put out is going to have an explainer on how they're doing head transplants now. So, it's happening and it's been happening. But we knew that.
His alleged ex-boyfriend exposes him.
Do you know Sean Combs? I had sex with Cassie and Sean, but he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I seen the liquid cocaine up track it myself.
Jonathan Oddie gained notoriety in 2018 when he allegedly open-fired inside the Trump National Florida Hotel. He reportedly draped an American flag over a lobby counter before firing shots into the ceiling and chandeliers. Oddie was then shot several times by police and taken into custody. He made some wild statements to law enforcement in his interviews, saying he was a slave for Sean Diddy Combs. When Oddie was captured and while being interrogated, he repeatedly asked to talk to the FBI, the Secret Service, CIA, the media. He actually did an interview with the Secret Service and said some bizarre things. He started with saying this about Diddy.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever he calls himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
And it's the black people.
The Boule actually is a real fraternity, also known as Sigma Pi Phi. Oddie says he settled the lawsuit with Combs, but doesn't go into detail.
I had settlement with Sean, okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts.
This is where he starts to create a web of people that he believes are involved in a larger conspiracy.
It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay.
Then Oddie drops a bombshell.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would They told me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right?
Not only that, he claims he got STD and then sued.
I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible.
Now, I remember when this came out years ago and everybody thought this guy was just crazy. To see how it all panned out, it didn't age well for Diddy at all.
Let's get something straight. All right, we know that they tell us everything in movies first. Do you think it's by any coincidence that Terrence Howard was the war machine in the first Iron Man movie? Or that Elon Musk is in Iron Man 2? Or that the logo for SpaceX and Starlink resemble the logo for Stark Industries? And Stark Industries working directly with the military to develop super weapons, kind of how he created Jarvis, who manifested as Vision, who is in love with the Scarlet Witch, who resurrected him. The Scarlet Woman was spoken about in Aleister Crowley's book, The Vision and the Voice, about Babylon, who's talking about the mother of all abominations. Then you have Elon Musk change Twitter to X, symbolizing Osiris Risen, which Crowley also studied, and the symbol he's holding with his arms represent Osiris Risen, which is essentially what happened when Wanda brought Vision back to life in Westview. Then you have the Scarlet Woman, who is representative of the Whore of Babylon, who is ushering in the Aeon of Horus. And if Wanda and Vision are representations of Osiris and Horus, that would make Vision Osiris Risen. But wait, in the series, which they don't put in the Marvel show, Wanda's father is Magneto. So essentially, because she gave birth to the X-Men, or a new group of superheroes, that would make her the Whore of Babylon, which then would make her mother of the Matrix, since this is the multiverse of madness. And much like Isis, she tried to resurrect her husband artificially. So then taking it back to Terrence Howard, who is coining a patent allegedly for virtual reality, and we're in this age of hearing about machines going rogue. I mean, the storyline is there for y'all. This is the rise of the machine. They've warned us about this in all of the movies. The Infinity Gauntlet and all the stones are the 12 gemstones from the breastplate of Aaron. And if Isis is the wife of Osiris, and Wanda is the wife of Vision, and X is patented by Elon Musk, who is coining the Neuralink, this means all the mythological stories have come true.
Hey, she made it make sense in less than 5 minutes. Big shout out to her.
So my mother was showing me that she opened the banana, that she thinks that these are not real bananas. We got it from the supermarket, but when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough and doesn't really break. And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy.
Now I know goddamn well. It's raining in every spot but on that damn Cheeto. Do y'all see this shit? The Cheeto is like protected in this circle. What the hell going on?
Chiles que ya están Ay, pero por mucho, ¿por qué hacen Mira. Mira, hasta se abrió las...
Estoy diciendo que mira qué de humo hay. Ya, Gaby, porque puede explotar ahí. ¿Y así no las comimos?
So I bought a watermelon from what's it called? Sam's. And I cut it and I was cutting it and this is what I found inside. I don't even know if this is even a watermelon or something else. I mean, is this like something they created in a lab? What the heck is this? It's an alien thing. This was my watermelon from Sam's. So I'll be taking it back to normal.
This is coming out of people's bodies all across the country, and if you see this, you need to go to the ER immediately. People were terrified to hear of this dire condition spreading to millions all across the US, rapidly entering and infecting children, adults, and even animals' skin and internal organs. One man was so infested he noticed tiny worms not only going into his body, but he noticed them coming out through his pores on his face, with horrifying reports saying when they're inside you, they can lay up to 16,000 eggs at one time into your large intestine, and you will see it when you wipe. With doctors saying you can get this from going and touching a public toilet, having dirty clothes and bed sheets, to even biting your nails, as that is where they like to hide. If infected at night, that is when they come out to play. They cause symptoms like disruptive sleep, itching, and being unable to eat. And if you have these symptoms, go to the ER now, as you might already be infested with thousands. Known as pinworms, they spread through touching things and then touching your mouth. So completely preventative if hands are washed more frequently, and fortunately if you do get it, there's a very simple medication for it.
Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. That is absolutely disgusting on the highest level.
What is a quarter times a quarter? A quarter is equal to 25 pennies. Therefore, a quarter times a quarter equals 25 pennies times 25 pennies, which equals 625 pennies, which is $6.25 US. Yet a quarter times a quarter, according to the calculator, is 0.0625. 0.25 times 0.25 equals 0.0625. How would you like your money calculated?
Allow me to enlighten you. If 4 over 2 is the inverse operation of 2 times 2 equaling 4, then it would naturally follow that 2 divided by 1, or 2 over 1, is the inverse operation of 1 times 1 equaling 2. So let's talk about this. What does your common sense tell you about these two scenarios? What do they have in common, and what are their differences? Division. The number 4 is divided by 2 twice. And the truth is, the number 2 is divided by 1 twice. The proof of that, if you had $2 and split it between 2 people, you would have to give each person $1 in order for it to be even. In addition, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 1 plus 1 equals 2. Subtraction, 4 minus 2 equals 2, and 2 minus 1 equals 1. Multiplication, 2 times 2 equals 4, and 1 times 1 equals 1. Does that make sense to anybody there? Does that seem like it's following any similar line of congruency? I mean, can you see where the mistake has occurred? Both of these scenarios are identical in every way. The only difference exists in dimension alone. If they add, subtract, and divide according to the same ratio, then they must also multiply according to the same ratio, plain and simple. If 2 over 1 is inconsistent with 1 times 1 equaling 1, although 4 over 2 is consistent with 2 times 2 equaling 4, then it should follow that 2 squared equals 4, which it does, and 1 squared equals 2. Yet the math and scientific community tells us that common sense and logic are wrong in this case because of a product of an arbitrary convention called the identity property. Let's discuss.
In mathematics, an identity element or neutral element is a special element such as 0 in the set of all integers under addition, or 1 in the set of positive integers under multiplication, with a special set of powers that enables it the ability to defy the laws of physics on 2 of its primary founding assumptions. First of all, concerning the number 1. In the case of 1 times itself or any other number or variable, the end product is that same number or variable.
Now, I wanted to take time to at least hear Terrence out when it came to this math, and he makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, he's definitely making sense out here, so big shout out to him. Well, you guys, hey, that's another one in the books. I appreciate you guys for stopping by yet again and watching another one with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.